Hey everybody, this is Brett, and I just wanted to display how CoSchedule works. I'd like to see the animation in CoSchedule give me the option to speed it up. Make it go away would be even better because I don't need the animation. Now, I liked it a great deal when I was learning the system. It helped me see what was going to happen. But now that I've learned how to use it, not counting the changes that I have to adapt to, but now that I've learned how to use it, I don't want the animation because it feels like it's just slowing me down. So if I want to add a social campaign, and this is on a post that doesn't exist, what I need to do is I need to come in, and if I don't have a template already, and sometimes I do, I come in and I have to scroll through, select a social profile, scroll through, select another social profile. If I swerve off of it, I have to select another. You'll notice I'm using a Mac and I'm using a touchpad to scroll and select things, and every now and then it slides off, and to actually get CoSchedule to line up, I have to hover over here on the right hand side to make it go down within the WordPress editor. It slows me down. Now that's just adding the profiles. That's not a real big deal, but then I've got to do that for every single post that I want to schedule. Now, if I wanted to do a 30-day or a 60-day campaign with unique text added to each campaign, or slight variations or something like that, I have to repeat this process over and over again. I can create a 60-day template, but then I have to go in and edit each one of these by clicking the button, making an edit, scrolling down, hitting save. And if I've got several different profiles that I'm hitting, I've got to go back in, again, expand it, type it, save it, and it jumps. You'll notice that it's expanding and contracting, so I've got to find it each time. These are extra mouse clicks that I don't necessarily need nor want to make. And then I have to repeat that for each day. So that's not even covering the 4 social accounts that I have on this one day. And then I have to repeat it. So I can't like clone that day. There's no button up here that says duplicate everything that I've got on this day and make it for later in the day. Or, send it out 3 times that day. Something I like to do when something first goes live. And I have to repeat this over and over again. And I'd just like to find some way to make this go faster. I could easily create some of these more unique messages in a spreadsheet. Love to be able to load it in. There's lots of tools from WordPress plugins that make it very easy to upload content into WordPress in bulk. So I could potentially easily load in a blog article with a title. I could connect it to categories and add the excerpt and the tags and the featured image. But the question would be, how would I then add all these items in here? Or give me some check boxes where I can check how many days I want it to go. Instead of having to recreate each one of these all the time, I'd like to have the bulk option or the heavier campaign option to come in and use a different interface that isn't this vertical, slowly expanding process. It's a bit tedious, and you'll notice each time I've got to come in here. If I were managing multiple Twitter accounts, if I had working on a client's account where maybe they have a half dozen or a dozen or something like that, I've got to scroll through these. I'd like to just have some check boxes. I've got my social media profiles loaded in. Don't make me use a scroll box. Let me check some boxes and tick them off real quick. Or something up here across the top. There's lots of real estate right through here that's not being used. I could go check, 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 check all the way across, maybe skip a couple or something like that, because I don't like to send repeated posts to Facebook as an example. But something, and instead of a single time, give me multiple times on these days. This time and this time and this time would be useful. Requeue is helpful, but that sticks it into a range and doesn't always necessarily, isn't always, when I'm planning a campaign out, isn't always going to be the right tool for the job. I see this as more something for an older post that's already been published. I can see where I might use this in the future to requeue things up so that I don't have to create all these things, but there's not enough controls in Requeue, especially from this stage. I can't create a Requeue campaign here. There's no create a new Requeue option here. I have to go into a different system and set up a Requeue and then come back. Just some ideas. These aren't complaints. I like the system, but I need to find some faster ways to use it because it's helpful in a bunch of ways, but it's also, as I learn it, it's becoming frustrating because it's slowing me down. I've learned it and I want to do things a lot faster than what it's allowing me. So hopefully this perspective helps, maybe helps give some new insight as everyone's working on the system and finding better ways to use it.